Merci beaucoup, Bradan. Minister of Sport Zizi Kodwa had been expected to meet with the South African Football Players Union and SAFA to try and resolve the Banyana Banyana debacle. The team did not play in the send-off match that was supposed to take place against Botswana on Sunday. Unhappy with their contracts and failure of SAFA to honor financial promises, the poor state of the Tsakane Stadium pitch was the final straw. For more on this, I'm joined by Hloni Mtimkulu, who joins me from Benoni. Good afternoon, Hloni. I believe that you have the minister with you. What are your opening remarks?
Thank you, Arthur. So we are at the Winter National School Sport Festival. As I said earlier, 3,500 students from across 9 provinces will be taking part in different sporting codes. The sports minister, who I'm bringing in now, has just given the keynote address. Minister, before I get to the other matter to discuss, just school sport is still an important part of sport. Just tell us what you said to the learners and how important it is to have this gathering.
National Sport Tournament is quite important, the championship. Remember the build up to here. It's a participation of more than 7,000 learners from all provinces. So from a school level to a club level to where they are now. Important is that these are different sporting codes. And it's part of school sport. This is the foundation of our teams. And therefore it's important because we even invite scouters from national clubs. They come here. In the past, Mamelodi Sundowns found 1 or 2 talent here. We hope that through building, these are building blocks of a nation. As you can see here, this is South Africa of our dream. And that South Africa of our dream of nation building, social cohesion, you can achieve it through sport. Not only in terms of goals, but to have them here coming from all provinces is an initiative that is also a build-up to the sport in Daba we're going to have, school sport in Daba that we're going to have, and define what kind of school sport we're going to have going forward. Our partner here, which is the Department of Basic Education, is also here because we work together with them in terms of coaches and everything else, because these are learners anyway who are at school at a certain point in time. So we're quite happy to see that the championship has developed up to this point. For the next 3 days, you're going to see this excitement of sport here.
You talk about social cohesion. A year ago, there was a lot of unity in terms of Banyana Banyana winning the Women's AFCON. Now, the past few days, things haven't gone great between the team and the association. I know you have to be careful about your involvement in this, but just in terms of the scenes that we saw over the weekend, those could not have been happy scenes for you to see as the minister.
Absolutely, like all South Africans, all sporting-loving people. Of course, as you know correctly, the extent in which we can only intervene. This morning, up until now, we have had meetings with both the unions, player unions, as well as the SAFA. From here, as soon as I'm done with you, I'm going to see the players themselves, Banyana Banyana, because we think that we're almost finding each other, and the 2 stakeholders are involved. Are almost by tomorrow, we should be able, in the morning tomorrow, we should be announce a deal breaker. It's been a very difficult negotiations, but our role has just been to facilitate. There may be issues that may not be resolved now. They resolve, which have got nothing to do with the tournament. These are issues that have to do with the association, with leadership and so on. We don't think those issues may be resolved now, but we want to deal with issues that must enable the team to live tomorrow. I think the team will live tomorrow with the discussions that are underway now. We're quite happy about what we are getting, because we're to start with that the whole day today to make sure that we get them together. We facilitated that, we intervened, and we are hopefully that by the end, as I finish now, we should be able to get a report that gives positively to the country that Banyana Banyana they are living. We want to change their mindset, must be about the game, so that we must deal with such shows that may create problems for them in terms of focusing on the sport. We want, as they live, that want to express confidence to them that indeed we are confident that they will bring back the cup.
Just shortly, what do you understand in terms of what actually happened over the weekend?
Of course, there are contractual issues, which I think there are issues that they are resolvable. They are not insurmountable. Having listened to both the union, having listened to SAFA, they are not far apart from each other. And I think by this afternoon, they're beginning to appreciate one another and see what role and contribution other stakeholders outside can also help. If there are issues of money to be found, I think that issue of FIFA, CAF, ourselves, and SAFA, we're talking about those issues. Some of those details we can only announce tomorrow.
And then just in terms of just what happened at the stadium, players were barred from entering the stadium, from using the team bus. Just has anything been said about that? And that can't have been a good thing to happen.
Well, there were a lot of details. We do not want to spend much time about what has happened because we thought it will not help us to find, because we are running against time. The team must leave tomorrow. There are certain things that must remain with us. As the team leaves, let's box each other in the room and say, this should not have happened, this must not happen. So we do not want to spend time about accusing who was right, who was wrong, because we could spend the whole day. So we then identified what issues will make the team, in terms of what are the minimums that will make the team leave tomorrow evening. And I think we're beginning to find each other there.
So the team is definitely leaving tomorrow?
Team is leaving definitely tomorrow.
So we will release you, Minister. Thank you as you go to the team. Arthur, that was the sports minister who is on his way to talk to the team. He has spoken to SAFA. He has spoken to the Players Union. He does say that what happened over the weekend should not have happened and that they should, moving forward, do things better. So hopefully there will be a resolution to all of that. And the team, as he says, is leaving tomorrow. Arthur.
Thank you very much for that, Hloni. But has there been any indication on the well-being of the players, especially after the debacle occurred on Sunday? Can you gather anything in regards to that?
Arthur, I didn't get your question, so please can you repeat that?
All right, I'm sure that the music in the background is very loud, but my question was just based on the well-being of the players that are heading to Australia and New Zealand. Is there any indication that our ladies are doing good and they're okay?
Okay, so Arthur, I still didn't get the last bit of your question, but I know that the team, when they depart, if they depart, they will be leaving as two groups. So one group is set to leave tomorrow evening, and then the second group of players is set to leave on Thursday evening. I'm not sure if that is answering your question, but that's as much as I can get, just given the noise in the background.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Hloni. Of course, we'll just await more updates regarding the story as we, of course, bid all the best and good luck to Banyana Banyana as they head to the FIFA Women's World Cup in Australia and New Zealand.